Lesson number 1. When opinions die, connection fades.
Yeah.
This is one very important lesson that we learned in the 23 years that we have been together. What we mean by this is that when we do not create the opportunity, the atmosphere to let our spouse air their opinion, when we muffle them when they speak or when they give an opinion that we don't agree with, when we don't give them a conducive environment to air out their opinion, very soon the connection, the emotional connection that once existed between us will begin to fade.
Yeah.
It took us many instances for us to learn this lesson, and I thank God that we eventually learned the lesson to be able to say that for connections to remain, we need to ensure that we create an atmosphere that each other is free to air out the opinion.
Sure.
Because when opinions die, connection fades. Thank you very much. So we go over to number 2.
Yeah, so lesson 2, we've learned over the years to hear beyond the words. Hear beyond the words. Most times, it's not actually what is being spoken, it's not what is being shared, it's not the statement that's made that's actually the problem. The underlying problem is still there. So we've learned to hear beyond the words spoken, the unspoken words, right? So I'm going to cite an example. Someone is saying, why are you always on your phone? I think we just finished something with the phone just now. Why are you always with your phone? The person doesn't hate your phone. The person does not want you to maybe permanently stay off phone. What is not being communicated might be, I need you. I feel discarded. I feel, lonely. You're not here. I feel you prefer your phone or your gadget more than me. So sometimes we need to hear beyond the words, because if we don't, we will keep hearing what is being shouted, what someone is just saying, and we start arguing. Why are you saying that? Don't you use your phone? All the don't you, right? So we need to hear beyond the words and really dig deep to the root. Why is he saying that? Why is she saying that? Is it just because of the phone? There's something behind the scene. So we've learned that over the years, to listen beyond the words.
All right, so we go over to lesson number 3. Lesson number 3 is similar to lesson number 1, but quite different. Lesson number 3 that we learned over these years says, silence is not always satisfaction. Silence is not always satisfaction.
Yeah.
I think we took part of this and threw into the pool that we had some time ago. Beware of a silent wife. Guys, let me just advise you, beware of a silent wife. When something happens and your spouse, let me say your wife, refuse to say something. Refuse to say anything. How are you? I'm fine. When you know that all is not well, bros, silence does not always mean satisfaction. When you ignore that silence, when you fail to go back and make effort to upturn that silence, it will create a gap between the two of you.
Yeah.
Silence is not always a sign that all is well. Just like you know that I'm fine, depending on how it's said, may not always mean I'm fine. So when you have a spouse that is quiet when something happens, or you know you did something that's wrong and she's quiet without making any comments, don't assume she has accepted it. Don't assume all is well. Make out time. Go back and let her have an opportunity to air out her opinion, because silence is not always satisfaction. That's a lesson that we learned.
Yeah. So, lesson number 4, problems buried alive never truly die. So unlike when they say, oh, the human being was buried alive, the animal was buried alive, and the thing is dead, when you bury problems alive, a problem that wasn't solved, they never truly die. So let me just share something. So when we have issues and we are not talking about those issues, these are just connected with each other. We are not talking about those issues. These are like for the two parties, right? And they keep piling up. They keep piling up. For the man, it's probably easier because a man, once he talks about one particular thing, it takes to take up all the dates that was old previously, all right? Maybe you did something A, B, and C, and D, and you talk about A or B. You know, once you make up, it, yeah, most times it actually do go. Everything is being swept up. But for ladies, let me just share this with us. For ladies, once you do A, B, C, and D, they don't stay like this. They stay like this. So when you're talking about it, you need to peel the first layer, talk about it. You think it's over, it's not over. The woman wants you to peel the second layer and talk about it. You need to peel, and you're like, but we discussed this few days ago. No, you talked about A, you did not talk about C. But what does it even matter? Yes, it matters. So when you bury those problems in life, they never truly die because they are decked. They are not arranged in these other formats. They are decked. For the ladies, they are decked. And you need to dig them out and really trash them out, right? So that's lesson number 4. Problems buried alive never truly die.
All right, so we move over to number 5. Lesson number 5 that we learned over the past 23 years. Financial secrets can have very expensive consequences.
Yeah.
Let me take that again. Financial secrets. When you're not open to each other. Guys, when you're not open to your spouse concerning financial issues, it can have a very expensive consequence.
Yeah.
Let me give you a typical example. Where we used to work before, I joined the company like 10 years before my wife joined. And within those years that I was there, I was able to share with her all that was coming in. So she knew the ones that will be coming in monthly, or the ones that will be coming in quarterly or yearly. She had an idea about all those ones. Now, 10 years down the line, she happened to come to the same organization, and she was working there. Assuming I never told her anything that came quarterly or month or yearly, and lo and behold, she joined and saw all these ones. Now, waiting for talk. I must say, now they just start those ones. So it's very necessary that you are open with your spouse, open in your financial dealings, because secrecy in that area, when it finally bubbles up, it can have very expensive consequences. It can crack the trust that existed between the two of you, because she will be wondering if this is what I've come to find out. What else have I not yet found out?
Yeah.
It will raise suspicion. It will affect the trust that you have between you.
Yeah.
So financial secrets can have very expensive consequences. That's what I've learned over the years.
Okay. Lesson number 6. Focus on the shared goal, not on the wallet. Focus on the shared goals, not on the wallet. And I'm going to really speak to the ladies, the women right now. So most times I've heard this phrase, oh, my money is my money, your money is our money. I think that's pretty selfish, right? Because when we came into this union, this relationship, this journey, we came in to build something. We came in and we brought in children. We brought in other people. Our two families become one. A situation I'm expecting the other person to use his own wallet, and I'm not contributing anything because his money is our money and my money is my money, right? doesn't really sit well. And I've learned that over the years. Myself putting the goal, the shared goal in front of us. The shared goal is, our ministry, our children, our families, our two families becoming one, relatives and other people, and, the passion, what God has called us to do. Putting the goal in front before the wallet has really, really helped us. So we don't know, like sometimes you pick up an ATM and you don't know who owns it until when you slot in and put the PIN. Sometimes that's when we actually realize that wasn't mine, that's his. So you change the pin. So we've got to share the pins and everything, right? Because we are focusing on the shared goal. Even when I wasn't working, I was doing business here and there. What I want to do is my husband coming back home and seeing that I've used the little I have to make soup, to make food, to know that I've bought him clothes, I've bought him shoes, I've bought him stuff. And that really put his mind at rest, because I know he's paying school fees and he's doing others. So ladies, I'm going to encourage us to find something to do. Work, business, whatever. Do something with your hands so that you can support the shared goal, not just focusing on his own wallet alone. Shared goal, not the wallet. That's what I've learned over the years, and it has really, really helped us. We don't have financial, crises and conflicts and all that because the eyes is on the goal. So that's the lesson I've learned, lesson 6. Yeah.
All right, so the game is changing now. We go to lesson number 7. Lesson number 7 says connection matters more than compliance. And this is where we are taking the game a little bit deeper. Now, talking to married couples and would-be couples, I know before you get married, you would think, oh, sex has to be very good every time it has to be very good. Every time I want it, it has to be available. She has to be compliant, whether she likes it or not. But guess what? Connection with your spouse in your times of intimacy, is more important than that spouse being compliant and available to just to give it to you. Why do I say that? Sex can be enjoyed and sex can also be endured. It's not all the time that your spouse will be in the mood when you are in the mood. At that point, she may just enjoy it, just to do it for you. But one thing is certain, the more you make her endure sex often and often and often and often, without waiting for her to actually be in the mood, the more you make her to always be available without caring about her connection, whether she's emotionally ready, whether she's physically ready. The more you do that, the more you erode the connection and the bond that exists between the two of you.
Yeah.
She may be enduring the experience without actually enjoying the experience.
Yeah.
But when we take our time to evaluate the situation, to also care about her well-being, to also care about her mood, to also prepare the ground before the time, to make it a mutually satisfactory experience.
Yeah.
It will help to enhance the connection that you have between the two of you. Otherwise, she will just be doing it as a duty and not as a connection point. She will be enduring it rather than enjoying it. So that's what we've learned. We've learned that connection is more important. It matters more than just being compliant to give it to you, to be available for you, whether you like it or not. No, it doesn't help. It helps for us to care about the connection, to care about her mood, to care about her feelings when we demand for intimacy.
Yeah.
So that's what we've learned, and it has helped us.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So now lesson number 8. If you really listen to us very well, you notice that most times he's speaking to the men, right? Some are generic, but some really, really to the men. And most times I'm targeting the women, although it's still generic, right? So lesson number 8, I'm going to talk to the girls in the house, the ladies in the house. The way to his heart may pass through the bedroom. Now, let me tell you something. They say the way to a man's heart is his stomach. I beg, ask which of the stomach? Because some of it's not everything that is cooked in the kitchen. What we, at a point that we may not like intimacy, may be the point that they like. Now, for a lady, when you're stressed, right? When you're tired, when you're not feeling well, and that time of the month, you don't really like intimacy, then especially when you're stressed. But for the men, when they are stressed, the comfort food is the bedroom. When they don't have money in their pockets, all right, the comfort food is the bedroom. And a lot of times, so the way to his heart may pass through the bedroom. Ask again, what kind of food are you looking for? Because the food that he's looking for may not be the food that is in the kitchen. Okay? So every time they make that statement, I'm like, okay, what kind of food are you talking about? Please ask again, because they eat that like comfort food, right? Like he said before, you may not be in the mood and all that, but there are other ways that you can make him feel okay. You can make him feel fine. You don't just have to be saying no all the time, simply because you're not feeling okay, simply because you're not feeling well, or you're stressed, or you're tired. Please pass through the bedroom and do the needful. Either way, you can do it and make him feel okay, right? Always ask which food. Thank you. I hope we are learning anyway.
So number 9, I think you're going to go again.
I'm going with this again. Number 9, draw the line before they cross it. So we are now talking about boundaries in the family, boundaries in marriages. When we started our marriage 23 years ago, before we started, one of the things that we really discussed was the boundaries for in-laws and the boundaries for children. When we get married, where can in-laws come? Where can in-laws stop? And we actually agreed, wherever I cannot allow my own people, in quotes, to come in, your own people cannot come in. And where I say your own people can't come in, mine can't come in. Why? Because that is our boundary. Whatever I can't allow my parents to do in my house, so you too can't allow your parents to. So we set clear boundaries and we communicated it up front to our relatives, to our people. That you can't enter my bedroom means you can't, and the you means everybody, not just one person. My siblings and my husband's siblings, they can attest to that. I don't think most of them have ever in their lives seen my bedroom. That was my own boundary. That was our own boundary. We communicated that clearly, right? Our children don't enter, no matter where we are, enter our rooms without our permission or knocking. They can't just stroll into the room and out. They were given birth to learn that. They learned it. What am I saying? Draw the line before they cross it. Whatever is that boundary you want in your home, whatever is that boundary you want in that marriage, draw it before someone crosses it. Don't try to stop it when they have already crossed it, because that would be very difficult. Someone can label it something that is not. Draw that line before they cross it. If you've already allowed people to cross your boundaries, please go back home and set it up and communicate it and start afresh and draw that line. So that's the lesson right there.
Yeah, it's very, very important, because you cannot expect what you have not communicated with somebody.
Yeah.
So first of all, you draw the line and communicate, and then they will comply. And then you ensure that it's complied with.
And the compliance starts with you.
Yeah.
You don't break the rule.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so we go over to lesson number 10. Are we learning anything so far on this?
Yes.
Are we learning anything? Please let me know if you are learning. Give me a thumbs up if you are learning anything. Or if you are boring, let me know, are you learning anything? Show by a thumbs up. Let me know if you are learning anything. Are we learning? Are we learning? Are we learning? Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we go to lesson number 10. Lesson number 10 says the deal includes the details.
Yeah.
What do we mean by that? So I like there's this phrase I like to say, that you inherited asset and liability.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So the deal includes the detail. If you love me, some would say, if you love me, love my dog. You know, that's what we are trying to portray. So when you pick your spouse did not just emanate from nowhere.
Yeah.
your spouse was brought up by people, grew up with people. She had her own connection. He or she had her own or his own connection.
Yeah.
So you can't just uproot her and then reformat her mind to forget everybody around her and then you abandon everything around her.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't help. Whatever is a treasure to her, whatever connection, whatever relationship is a treasure to her or to him, should also be a treasure to you.
Yeah.
Reason being that if anything happens to hurt those people, it will affect her. And when it affects her, it will affect you. It will affect your relationship. So when you embrace your spouse, wisdom demands that you also embrace his people or her people.
Yeah.
Because when you love the people that are precious to your wife, that will be a block that you are adding to the peace, the peaceful experience, the joy that your wife will experience. And by doing that, you are invariably adding more joyful blocks, contributing to the sustenance of peace in your home.
Mm-hmm.
So we have come to learn that for us to have a blissful home, a blissful family, a blissful marriage, we have to know that the deal includes the details.
The details.
That's what we have learned so far.
Yeah, and that goes both ways.
Yes.
Love your in-laws. They don't hate you.
Yeah.
They love you. They just love their son or their daughter in a different way. Please love them. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's for you.
So the final one that we're going to take on this session before we take a
That's
quick
11.
poll, it says we have an incomplete dictionary.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a complete dictionary. I don't have.
You don't have.
No matter what dictionary you buy from me, it's incomplete. Webster, Oxford, whatever, it's incomplete. Why do I say we don't have a complete dictionary? Because in our dictionary, there are some words that are not there. Words like abusive words, they are not there. Stupid, they are not there. Foolish, they are not there.
Mm-mm. It disappeared.
Threatening words are not there. Never are not there.
Always.
Demeaning words are not there. So our dictionary is incomplete. And if you must have a blissful home, learn from this. Paul will say all things are permissible, but not all things are, beneficial. All words may be in the general dictionary, but all words should not be in your dictionary.
Yeah.
It's not all the words that you can use on your spouse. It's not all the words that you can use on your children or the people around you. So we've learned over the years that one of the things that we need to do is to ensure we consciously excise some words away from our vocabulary, from our dictionary. We don't have them. We cannot have them. We cannot use them.
It's not possible.
This is the way to build a home that will be peaceful, that will be full of bliss, that will be very much a home to both of you wherever you go. So we'll launch into number 12, lesson number 12.
Yeah, I go with that. Okay. So lesson number 12, never trade respect for a moment of victory. Never trade respect for a moment of victory. This is still a follow-up to what we've already learned in the previous slide, lesson 11, right? So we hear people disagree and they say things they are never able to take back. They say very disrespectful stuff. They make comments or referral to things that have passed. They do maybe body shaming, right? They say things about their spouse that was just very private, that was shared in confidence. They share it out of anger. They can share it with their friends and all that. Never trade respect, because that's very disrespectful. That's devaluing, right? Never trade that for a moment of victory. Let me say it so it can pain him. Let me just share it. After all, he shared my own. And that is why we need to be very careful with social media, right? Because after a while, you may want to get back together, but what you shared, social media never forget. In fact, social media is like your parent. You have a problem with your spouse and you discuss with your parents, you may forgive, right? And those bad things that you went to go and discuss, they may never forgive or forget, right? So never trade respect for a moment of victory. Value your spouse. Respect your spouse enough to keep his secret, to keep her secret. That's what we've learned over the years.
All right, so we go over to lesson number 13. Lesson number 13 says, openness is the best defense. You want to go ahead with that?
Okay, openness is the best defense. So in this case, right, we want us to be vulnerable with our spouses. We've learned over the years to be vulnerable with each other. And this vulnerability is talking about if you have... Now, let me tell you something. Even as married people, you see people that are fine. Now you see fine girls, fine boys, and you see people crushes. You get attracted to someone and all that. If you ever find yourself in that situation, the best form of defense for us has been talking to each other. Right? I don't want to sit here. I want to sit the other way. I don't feel comfortable sitting near that person. I don't feel comfortable when I'm alone in the same space with that person. I need help. Yes, we've had to share that with each other. And once we shared it, we were able to overcome that weakness, that vulnerability and all that, especially when we are having issues. We need to be, to be able to share those things. And we also put boundaries once we share it. And we are like, okay, if this person asks for help, I'm not the one sending it. It's this other person that's sending it. If this happens, this other person is not staying with me, is this person. So because we want to protect ourselves, protect our emotions, so we share with each other. If you're ever vulnerable or you have a crush or weakness towards someone in your place of work or somewhere else in your school or stuff, please share with your spouse. So he or she can help you. So we've been able to get to that point that we are very vulnerable and we provide the space, comfortable space to talk about it without judgment. Yes, so that's a lesson we've learned over the years. Openness is the best defense.
All right, so we get to the next one, lesson number 14. Lesson number 14 says, when she senses it, bros, don't dismiss it. What do I mean by that? It's not too long ago that I realized that studies have actually confirmed that women are more able to perceive non-verbal clues, to identify, to spot non-verbal clues than men. There are times that you may interact with someone and then there is danger. Danger as in there is a pending inappropriate behavior or a developing inappropriate behavior, something that will lead to an uncomfortable situation. Your wife may be the one to sense it and alert you and voice it out. When she sends it, when she hears it, don't just wave it aside. She has a way of seeing what you are not seeing. She has a way of sensing when something is uncomfortable, when something is not right.
Yeah.
Have the humility to step back and reevaluate the steps you took. Reevaluate the things you were doing. Reevaluate the whole condition. Because you may not see it, but she will see it. And so when she points it out, don't just be cocky about it. Don't just wave it aside. She's actually trying to help you. She's like an antenna. When danger comes, she will sense it. Many of the time, she will sense it before you actually experience it. So when she senses it, please don't dismiss it. Give it a second thought. Reevaluate it. It may actually be trying to get you out of trouble that you may not even be aware. So that's a lesson that we learned, and it has actually helped us.
Yeah.
It has helped me on several, I think 2, 3 instances.
Very key instances.
That the brother was about going the wrong way. So when she senses it, please don't dismiss it. That's a lesson that we've learned. So we go over to lesson number 15.
Yeah, that's you.
Lesson number 15 says, a divided front confuses a child. So you need to support first and then discuss later. So what we're trying to say is, when you have a home that there are children, and maybe your spouse asks a child to do something, and you come to see it, you don't like it, you don't stay outright there before the child and then counter it. You are confusing the child. Who should I obey, daddy or mommy? It doesn't help. You have to support whatever your spouse had said, or the decision he or she had taken.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can go back when you are away from the child, discuss it, and then get her to come back and then counter the decision, whatever was going on that you were not comfortable with.
Yeah.
That way you protect her authority. You protect the respect that the child has for her. Because the child knows that when mommy says yes, that you will also come and say yes.
And that goes both ways.
And that goes both ways.
Yeah.
So don't have a divided front before a child. A divided front will confuse your child. Support first and then discuss later. It will help to ensure whatever you say or your spouse says, that the child know that this is what is being required at this point in time, irrespective of which parent is saying it. And it will go a long way to support the family, to help the family. It will give you a peaceful home. It will take the tension off you in times of training and raising your children. That's a lesson that we learned.
Yeah. You know why I'm laughing? Ask our children, they already know. They will say, don't bother. I've asked that, he said no. There's nothing. She won't say something otherwise.
So to throw in something, so if they come to ask something and I don't have an idea of what she had said, I'll tell them, okay, I'll get back to you. They will. They did not used to know, but after a while they will say, okay, once I say I'll get back to you, they say, I know. You want to go and ask mommy what mommy said. We already asked mommy, she said this. So they'll just get used to it.
Yeah.
All right. So don't have a divided front.
Yeah. Right. Thank you so much for that, sir. So lesson number 16, the nest will empty, invest in what will remain. The nest will empty. So the nest is talking about the house, right? Not the home per se, but the house. So you've got kids, you have people living with you, and you have children. Let me focus on children. And like we used to say, our kids are part of the third party that we have in our family. Yes, and they know it. We say it that way. Because one of these days they will leave. When we started, they weren't there. They came in between. They will leave to own their home. The same way you were left to be in your husband's house. And apparently, most of us, none of our siblings are with our parents right now, right? So their nest is empty. So what is left there for them? When your nest is empty, eventually, what will be left? What will remain? Invest in that thing. And for me, it's my husband that will remain. For him, it's me. So we choose to invest in ourselves rather than do parenting and forget about each other. As much as I want to do parenting, I can't trade my husband, I can't trade my spouse for the kids because he will be the one to remain. We've seen firsthand colleagues and people that abandon their children for work, their spouses for work and for children and all that. And the kids grow up and all they know is mommy come from Mugo, and that's the end. The man is left alone, right? So please protect what will remain, all right? Because one of these days, the nest will empty, right? That's the lesson we've learned over the years.
Right. All right, so we go to lesson number 17. Are we learning something so far? Are we learning? Are we learning? Let's have some feedback. Are we learning? Give me a thumbs up if you are learning something. All right, yeah, I can see some feedback. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we go to lesson number 17. I think we will make it a little bit faster. Yep. We're running out of time.
Yeah.
Lesson number 17 says, authority does not need volume.
Yeah, exactly.
So what we are trying to say here is that I don't need to shout. I don't need to be the shouting man for me to exert authority in the house. I don't need to be the terror in the family for everyone to know, yes, I'm in charge. No. You don't need to increase your volume, the volume of your voice, the tone of your voice, in order for it to be, complied or obeyed. No. When we raise our voice, unnecessarily, when we try to let every instruction be a shouting instruction for everyone to know that you are in charge, I know. Then something is wrong. Authority does not need volume. It doesn't. It doesn't. So if that's how it's been, we need to reevaluate how we're operating. But in this marriage, we've come to that realization that I don't need to shout to defend. I don't need to shout to exert authority. I don't need to shout to let what I want done when giving instructions in the family. That's a lesson that we've learned all these years. So we go to lesson number 18. You want to take that?
Yeah, I can go ahead. So lesson number 18, pride builds walls, apologies build bridges. Pride builds walls. There are some people that take them very hard to say, I'm sorry. Right? I think, thank God, you know, a pastor said today in church that one thing, if you don't want to say, I'm sorry, you shouldn't marry. Like, don't bother, right?
He actually said,
yeah. He actually said,
if you're not ready to say, I'm sorry, even for what you don't even know,
you don't even know that you've done.
So don't marry.
So learn to say, I'm sorry, because for women, it's I'm sorry like food, right? So say I'm sorry. At the same time, ladies, don't take advantage of the fact that your husband keeps saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. One of those days, the I'm sorry will not make meaning anymore, right? You to learn to say the I'm sorry. In fact, compete to say the I'm sorry. We got to a point that we had to compete who is saying, like, I'm sorry. We didn't even know at the point we asked ourselves, okay, so what did you do that you're saying I'm sorry? And we will both start laughing. Something that was looking very big becomes very small. So pride builds walls. Drop the ego and just apologize, then talk about it later. There's always a later. There's a time that you're more relaxed. You're not so angry anymore, or the other person is not so angry, and you can really relax and talk about it. So learn to apologize every time, right?
All right, so we go to number 19, and our timer is signaling that the time is going pretty fast. Okay, number 19 says marriage has no lifetime trophy. The trophy must be defended every season.
Every season.
Yeah, it must be defended every season.
Every season.
So what do we mean by this? The fact that you're able to talk nicely to your spouse, woo her, make her to, turn her head, spin her head, make her to fall in love with you. That one time, and you ended up marrying, doesn't mean that experience will stay like that for a lifetime.
She was on your project.
So it's a continuous process. Every season, the team that won the trophy last year cannot say we won. No, we cannot play. We cannot start from group matches again. You have to fight for it. You have to play. You have to have your game plan. You have to, come up with your skills, hone your skills on how to, overcome, how to defend, how to protect what you have won. So let's not relax and say, after all, what am I dressing for? Who am I dressing for? Again, after marrying, you have to keep your appearance top-notch. You have to do the things that you did to win her love. It's a continuous process. His love.
Yeah.
It's a continuous process. You can't win one and then win for life. You can end up, if you just win once and then you don't do any of those things again, you may end up with a roommate.
Exactly.
They're just flatmates, staying together, raising children, no connection. And that's not what you want to have.
Waiting for rapture.
So marriage has no lifetime trophy. The trophy, which is the love that you won, must be defended every season, year in, year out. That was what we learned.
Yeah.
So we go to
lesson number 20. Very quickly, win the marriage, not the arguments. You don't always have to be the winner. You don't always have to be right. Win the marriage, not the argument. Sometimes choose to lose so that peace will reign. Then when what you were trying to advise eventually happens, please try not to say, even when you're saying inside your heart, try not to say, I told you so openly. Else next time they will dump it on you, right? So win the marriage, not the argument. There are times we try to explain, advise, especially we women, we try to advise our husbands. They're like, no, it has to be this way. No, it has to be this way. Sometimes swallow it and leave it. Let him do. He's a man. He's the head of the family. Highest you can do is pray for him. And if he fails, remember the two of you are failing. It's not just him. Yes, sometimes they go ahead and they fail. I've witnessed it several times. They fail and they come back, and I'm rubbing his back, and I'm saying in my mind, I said it too, I told you so. Meanwhile, I will not say it openly. Why? Because it is the both of us that failed, right? But inside, he actually knows that the day we start joking about it, I will say it, right? And we start all over again. Remember, you too, you do fail. So win the marriage, not the argument. Let it be, please. Let it rest.
All right. So we quickly go to lesson number 21.
We're almost done.
Lesson number 21 says bliss is created, not inherited.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The fact that your parents had a good marriage is not a guarantee that you will have a good marriage. So you can't just be careless and say, that one, the fathers and the mother, they lived together for 50 years. Let me marry from there. It's not a guarantee. It's good though, but it's not a guarantee. Marital bliss is not inherited.
Yeah.
Tell you what, we both came from, where we came from was not nice.
It wasn't.
Both of us.
It wasn't.
But we made up our mind. We've come out of this. We came from this. We cannot have this experience within us.
No.
That experience cannot be seen among us.
Yeah.
So even if you came from a bad, background, an abusive marriage in your childhood, you can stop the trend and start a new trend with your marriage.
Yeah.
Bliss is not created. Bliss is created.
Not inherited.
It is not inherited.
Yeah.
It needs your conscious effort, conscious decision. It needs your maturity, conscious learning, willingness to change, willingness to take instructions. That's what will help you to create a new narrative and ensure that you experience bliss in your marriage. This is what we've come to learn.
Yeah. Maybe you quickly run through lesson number 22.
Okay, lesson number 22 says, your presence is more valuable than your presence. This is one area that so many of my gender do make. One of the mistakes that many of my fellow men do make. The fact that you have to be the breadwinner, the fact that you have to make money for the home, doesn't mean that just providing money for your wife or your family is enough. It's not enough. There are stories of, you hear stories of wealthy people, maybe they make money, but the wife is not happy. They make money, yet the wife goes out to somebody else. Why? Because the man assumes, after all, I've given the money, I've provided everything. You are not everything. The money is not all they need. Money is good. I don't dispute that. Someone said without finance, there's no romance. But then it doesn't have to be all about money, all about pursuing money without being available for your children. Your children will not remember the money you spend on them, but they will, as much as they will remember the moment you spend with them. So create memories. Find time to create milestone memories in the life of your kids. If you have, kids who are still upcoming, growing up.
Yeah.
Also find time to be available for your spouse. Your work may take you away, but then when you are available, when you are back, make time to be available for your spouse.
Yeah.
Because your presence may not be as important as your presence in their life.
Yeah.
Make time for that consciously.
Thank you, sir. Lesson number 23, retreat together, grow together. This is a very personal thing that we've done over the years, right? Now we work in a place that's very busy. We work in such a manner that's very busy. Sometimes it's there, sometimes I'm not there and stuff like that, even the kids. But the kids, they know that most times we steal out time, even within the same town, maybe once in 3 months, once in 4 months, once in a quarter, we steal out time and go to a place that's only us. And that place that we go, even if it's 2 days or a day or stuff, we try to make it a free for all. What do I mean? everything we are going to discuss during that retreat time, the rule is you must not get angry. So that is the time we need to tell each other what I didn't like over the past 3 months, what you didn't do well, what I didn't do well. We have honest discussion and we take notes, whether mental notes, we write it down, whatever we need to do, but we trash out things that we couldn't trash out over the busy schedule that we had. So this retreat has really, really helped us over the years, where we retreat together and grow together. So whatever we discuss there cannot be taken back home. Oh, when we went there, you said, when we did, the rule is whatever we discuss there, dies there, stays there. And we make up, finish everything, unspoken stuff, and come back home. So every time we find this time to go for this retreat, pray together, talk together, plan together, and come back together and grow together. So if you can incorporate that, it will help. It's our recommendation, what you can do. And this before...
Okay, so we have a bonus lesson that we want to just share with us. The bonus, this says, protects the trust account. What do we mean by this? Trust is very fragile. Trust is very fragile. It is earned. It is not forced.
Yeah.
You don't force someone to trust you. You earn the trust. You earn the trust. So whatever it takes, make it a priority to protect the trust that you've built over the years.
Yeah.
How do you protect the trust? You protect the trust in ensuring that you don't put yourself in questionable circumstances. You don't put yourself in circumstances that will make, your trust to be in doubt. You make choices that will go a long way to protect your integrity.
Yeah.
Protect your image.
Yeah.
Protect the reputation that you've built over the months or years. So protect the trust. When you do that, you protect the marriage.
Yeah.
You protect the bond that exists between you and your spouse.
Yeah.
So this is
another
one
final thing
that we've learned.
All right. So above all this, so all these things that we've shared actually rest on something, the foundation.
Yeah.
And that foundation is something that we can never joke with.
Yep.
This is the foundation that we have lived with over the years. We started with it and we've lived with it. And trust me, even if you never started with this foundation we're about to share, you can still rebuild without destroying the things in the home or in the house. And that is the foundation of Jesus Christ. We wouldn't get here without Christ. We have learned about, when we say, win the marriage, leave the arguments and stuff like that, I always have a confidant I run to. We always have someone that we run to, and that's the Holy Spirit. When it's tough, we go to him. Even when it's not tough, we go to him. When it's blissful, we go to him. Yeah. If you don't have Jesus in your life or in your marriage, all these things that we've listed, they will float. They won't have foundation. So the number one thing that will help you is to put surrender your life to Christ, surrender your home, your marriage to Christ. This is the only way that you can hold it together. That is the reason that we choose that song when we got married, all right? Leaning on the everlasting arm. That's the song we used 23 years ago in our wedding. Leaning on the everlasting arm. And trust me, we still lean on that everlasting arm. Without him, no matter what we teach, no matter what we share, you go nowhere. You can't arrive. Right? The marriage will be having cracks here and there because it's not standing on a firm foundation. So if you're in this seminar or this webinar today and you don't have Jesus, it's a place to start. You need to surrender your life to Christ. At the end of this seminar, let it be that one of the things that you took back was that the foundation of a blissful home, a blissful marriage, is Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He is. In Christ alone we stand and we trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
we kept the best for the last.
For the last.
All right, so that's where we are. We've been able to deliver 23 plus a bonus lesson I don't know which of them stood out for you. The moderator will lead us, and then let's have a moment to have a comment from us. Which of these lessons actually stood out for you? Which of them
No,
can you
or
relate with?
leave the
So
screen.
let's
Take
hand
it
over
to page
to
1.
the moderator. Moderator, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. It's been an exciting moment. It's been a lesson learned. I don't even know. Is it not everything that stands out? I don't know. This one you're asking us to pick just one. Hey, after okay, in the chat I saw someone say that his own is win the marriage, not the argument. That was a good
Oh,
one, Ukeme. Thank you
it's
very
a
much.
great
But
word.
I think my own, I don't even know. It's everything. It's everything. But one thing I picked about director's own, when he said authority doesn't need volume. Kai, that one went to you straight. Because he will give you something and yet he's not loud, but he has said, oh. But then, thank God, thank God. Okay, so thank you very much. Our host, 23 years and 23 lessons plus one. Can imagine 23 plus 1, 23 lessons plus 1. Thank you very much. They are all very good. I don't know if anyone have what really stands out for you. It's time for feedback and reflection. My director, Sir Pastor Dan, I don't know. Do you have any person in particular?
No, I think
No,
I've seen
anyone.
some comments.
Unless you're talking.
Okay, Minister says, awesome lesson. The win the marriage and not the argument. So that's the one that I stood out for her. Humble says, marriage has no
Yeah.
lifetime
Trophy?
trophy.
Yes. And Humble said,
Oh,
Thank
yeah, that's
trophy.
my
Yeah.
pastor. My Pastor
Hello,
Benga is on the
Benga.
line.
Thank
Pastor
you,
Benga,
sir.
thank you
Everything
so
stood out.
much.
Okay,
Thank you,
you
sir,
see
for
that?
Thank you
coming.
so much. Pastor Benga said everything stood out for me. Well done. Thank you so much. That's my pastor here at Avestas. Thank you so much, sir, for joining. We highly appreciate. Yeah, I think we have a hand. We have some hands that may
Wow.
want to speak by themselves. Go ahead and unmute them. Unmute yourself, and then just make it very brief, 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe facilitator, you need to call up the hands that are
We
up.
have Daniel and Yet.
Daniel
Can
and
you unmute
Yetze.
yourself and then share
Okay,
with
Daniel
us
should
what?
mute and speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he's trying to unmute.
Daniel, can you unmute yourself?
Just look for where.
He's
All
been
right.
unmuted.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Daniel.
What stood out for you?
Okay.
Hello, good evening. Good evening,
Oh,
everyone.
Danny,
Thank you
that's
so
you.
much.
Good
I
evening.
Good to
really,
see you.
I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed every part of it. The one that really works for me, silence is not always satisfaction. And on the point number 4, I have my own question. I don't know if you can help me
Just
to
write it
answer
down.
it.
We'll get to questions immediately
Point
after the
4,
comments.
which states that problem buried alive. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so just that number point 3, silence is not always satisfaction. That really works for me.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thanks for joining. Yeah, Blessing Edinam, you are the next. Go ahead, unmute yourself and then share with us what stood out for you.
Blessing. Okay.
Blessing, are you there?
Yeah, she's okay.
Okay. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Thank
Good
you so much
evening,
for this
B.
privilege. I really appreciate.
Yeah, Blessing is
Yes.
talking.
Go ahead, Blessing. We can hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I've really learned a lot from this. Yes, I'm talking. Can you hear me, please?
Yes,
we
we
Yes,
can hear
we
you.
can hear you. Go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. I've really learned a lot.
All right.
Okay. What's really stood out for me was the one that he said, authority doesn't need volume.
Okay.
And the one that says, though my network went bad, I couldn't hear from number 1 to number 9. I reached
Oh,
number
you
10
missed a lot.
Wow.
when it was
Wow.
talking about
You missed a lot.
Don't worry, everyone will have a copy of
when
this.
okay, no problem. It was talking about include the details. So me now, I have a question in the both parts, the both place I really learned, including the details like and this authority doesn't need volume. The question is
Yeah, no,
these details like me now.
blessing. You need
Okay,
to write the question, right?
Just write the
Write the
question.
question. We will
After
take
the
all the
comments, then
questions.
we'll take the
Yeah.
questions.
Thank you so much.
All right?
Okay,
okay. So
my
next,
comment doesn't want
Victor.
to drop. I tried typing, but it doesn't want to drop.
Oh.
Okay. Don't worry. After this, we'll call for questions. Then you raise your hand again, okay?
Yep.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's hear from Victor on you. Victor, thank you. Your comments. Make it brief. Thank you. Is Victor
Paul, please
there?
unmute Victor first.
Victor, kindly unmute and then Victor,
Admin, unmute him.
he's been asked to unmute. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. While he's still waiting, we go back to Victoria. Okay,
Oh.
Victor is unmuted now.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Victor.
Thank you very much, Mom and Dad, for this wonderful teaching, giving us your experience. Please, my question comes under number 3, because I'm a kind of a person that I love being quiet, even when I'm not happy, even when I'm angry, I keep quiet. So, is it compulsory for me to speak out my mind anytime that my spouse gets me angry? To just say my mind, maybe after all said, because I can allow it to be there for some days, because I need to be quiet, walk away. Is it the right thing for me to do?
Okay, Victor.
So we will answer that
They're
question
going to answer
later.
your question.
Yeah, we will answer it later.
Question. All right, thank you. So let's hear the comment from Victoria Bassi. Victoria Bassi, thank you. Unmute Vicky and talk. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for this great lesson. Every point you gave was so amazing, and I've learned a lot. The one that really struck me the most is point number 15. A divided front confuses a child. Support first, discuss later. That was very striking to me because of the background I came from. And I've learned a lot from there. I believe starting my own family, I'll use that to train my children, because to me, I see teamwork there. Doesn't look like, at some point I felt like probably my mom hated me some point, or my dad hated me at some point. So I was kind of confused. I didn't know who loved me the most because of this point number 15. So I think this is a great lesson for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you very much. That was a very wonderful one. Okay, I think for now that's all that I've lived.
All right, I think we have some comments that people dropped.
Yeah.
Just scroll back a little bit up. Let's see. Right. Grace Alamba said a divided front confuses a child. A great lesson learned. Thank you, Victoria. Yeah, Victoria's already said that. And we have some comments actually. Thanks so much. Marriage is between two different people with different backgrounds coming together and needs all these lessons and Christ to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one.
Yeah, we have so many comments. Problems buried alive truly dies. Question: how can couples tell the difference between wisely letting go of minor issues and simply burying a problem that will surface later?
Yeah. I think we need to take all the questions.
I think we need to just start taking the questions. So if you have a question, fine, you can raise your hand now. Let's begin to take the questions.
Facilitator, do you want to pull out those that have already been dropped on the... Do you want to read out the questions already dropped on the chat so we can start with that? Yeah.
On the chat, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I think we have.
Okay, so can you pick? Okay, let's start with Victor Young's own.
Go ahead.
You were supposed to answer.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Read it.
No, it's not written here.
Okay,
let me read this
Victor.
one from Daniel and it. Victor, can Victor raise that question again?
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
Okay, so Victor, please, Victor Young, can you raise your question again? They are ready for you. While we wait for Victor, a question is here from Daniel and here. How can couples tell difference between? Are we here?
Yeah.
You're hearing me, please? Okay. How can couples tell difference between wisely letting go of minor issues and simply bearing a problem that will resurface later? Wisely letting go of issues and simply bearing a problem that will resurface later.
Okay, how can they tell the difference?
How can they tell the difference
You want to
between
take that?
the two?
Okay. So when you're talking about wisely letting go of minor issues, right, and simply bearing a problem that will resurface. Now, when you're bearing a problem that will resurface later, that means that thing actually has hurt somebody. You see, this thing really hurts you, right? You're not just letting go. You've not let go. Because if you've let this thing go, you wouldn't have buried it. It's not hurting you anymore. So someone is doing something, right? He does something and I don't like it. And I say, I don't like it. And he said, but I did it because of this. And I'm like, okay, but I didn't like that, what you did. And he said, but I had a reason for doing it. I said, oh, it's okay. I didn't like it, but it's okay. That's fine. You have your reasons. I let go of that issue, right? But if I'm burying that stuff, I'm going to be angry at it. I'm still pissed off at it. I am still hot and bitter about it. And trust me, it won't be too long. I will refer back to that stuff. Right? That's what we've noticed. I will refer. The other day you did this. The other time you said this. You did this same thing the other time. I don't know, Daniel, if you've noticed that before. That means I buried that problem. I've not spoken about it. I've not let it go. I didn't let it go. All right. So for me, that's the big difference. If I had let it go, it's just gone. And when we are more relaxed, I would say, babe, that stuff that we discussed, even though you had a reason for doing it, I didn't still like the fact that it was done that way. And we have a way of trashing it out in between us. But if that thing keeps repeating and coming back over and over again, and we don't discuss it, we don't talk about it, you end up burying it and you become bitter. Once you're bitter about an issue and you don't discuss it, you're burying that problem. But if you've let it go, the bitterness will not be there. I think that's the simplest answer to it.
Exactly. You've nailed it.
Yep.
If it was a minor issue, it wouldn't hurt you that much.
Yep.
But if it did hurt you,
then it's not minor.
It's worth talking about.
Yep.
All right.
I don't know if some other person has something to add to it. That is it
like
for
I
us.
said, we don't know it all.
Yeah, but that's the way we
don't
manage
know it all.
it.
We are learning, so we are open to other inputs and other contributions as well.
But that's basically the way we see it. Thank you.
Right.
Another question?
So let's take another question. I think we have like 7 more minutes to take the questions before we move on.
Yes, Victor's question is here. So I'm a kind of. Thank you very much. This is my question. That I'm a kind of person that always keep quiet, I think, and walk away anytime I'm angry. Doesn't mean that I'm a weak man.
No, Victor, no. You are not a weak man. Keeping quiet, and walking away is not a sign of weakness. There are some things that I try not to do. When I'm angry, very angry, I tend not to speak. I may just be careful not to speak, because whatever I said during that period of deep anger may not really go down well. All right? So there are times, doesn't mean that you should always not speak when you're angry. No. There are times that you speak when you're angry.
Yeah.
But for him, if you choose not to speak,
When you're angry.
When you are angry, it means you want to take some time to reevaluate the situation, to reevaluate the whole occurrence,
The scenario.
the scenario, what happened. But the problem is, if you're angry, you keep quiet, you don't say something about it, then you go and harbor it in your heart without talking about it. That's where you have a problem.
Yeah.
Because it will corrupt the mind, to corrupt the heart. It can lead you into harboring malice and not talking to that person because you choose not to talk about it.
Yeah, and over time it widens the relationship.
Yeah.
It creates the space.
Yeah.
So if you keep quiet and walk away, please find time when you're more relaxed, when the atmosphere is no more tense, come back and have that discussion in a very relaxed atmosphere and a better way without, raising the dust anymore.
A question says, how do you manage a spouse that runs away from discussion? Chain him down.
All right, so how do you manage a spouse that runs away from discussion? Okay, so for me, I believe, because like my husband said, he doesn't, when he's pissed off about something or angry, he doesn't really talk about it as at that time. So over time, I came to initially I used to be very pissed off about it, like, you don't want us to talk about, because for me, I'm an impulsive, I want it done now, right? But I now learned that he's that kind of person that will keep that thing and come back later. So you need to understand your spouse, right? When you understand him, you now create an atmosphere that is okay for him to talk about it. Question is, why does he walk away? Is it because if he wants to talk about it, I'm going to scream? Have I provided the right environment and space for him to discuss? Is that space safe enough for him to talk about it? What was his upbringing like? Did they always shout on him if he wants to talk about stuff? Because all those past experiences and upbringing and the environment he grew up in can actually affect him talking about issues. Or have I shut him down before when he wanted to talk about things and stuff like that? So you try to create, it's going to be a process. It's not just something that will happen now. You can't just change him immediately, right? Create a relaxed atmosphere and have him discuss little by little. And please try to listen.
And
and
let me just chip in something. One thing that you need to understand is if every time you want to have a discussion with him, it's always accusatory. It's always what he has done wrong. It's always what he has not done. He will try to run away from it, because who wants to take himself to the dock when you have an escape way, So let's have a time that you have a discussion with him, a serious discussion with him, but it's not about what he did not do or what he did wrong.
But actually what he has done right.
That way he would tend to lower his guards and then be willing to talk, knowing that it's not going to be always accusation, and he will not put up his defense to guard against that session.
Exactly.
So
I don't know if I think we've answered,
answered the question.
Yeah,
Adrian's Blessing's hand had been up that time. Please.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sorry. So Blessing, go ahead, unmute yourself and come up with your question.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you, sir, for another opportunity. Please, I want to ask this question. I know I'm not yet married. That's why I really want to ask. Okay. The question that says that we should include the details. Now, if I am not open when I'm in courtship, probably if I'm engaged now, I'm courting, I have to be open to the person that will marry me, right?
Yeah.
So that I will still continue to be open even in marriage. Now I want to ask, how about someone that have had a very ugly past, probably as a teenager? Because someone like me as a teenager, I did not have a hand that actually raised me. So I really misbehaved, like I messed up during my teenage time. So, but all growing up, God helped me. I gave my life to Christ and I let go of all those things. But now I've let go of all those things. Whenever I remember that I'll be getting married any moment, like probably in 1 or 2 years from now, as God will have it. Whenever I remember that, I will have to tell someone, like I will have to tell this person that I'll be living with all the things I have done before, my heart will skip. I'll be like, will I even be able? How will this
I
person take it?
guess.
Who will come? Who will be able to stay? Like, I'm always afraid whenever I remember that I need to let somebody know about these things. So how do I communicate it? That's number one question. Then number two is the authority doesn't need volume. Now I'm someone that, like, I can shout though. Like, if I tell you to do something and you don't want to do it, I will come and shout at you again. Like, why do you not do this thing? I've been talking to you, you don't want to hear. Like
The
my
truth
younger
of
one
his word.
that's staying with me. So I want to now. This thing is actually, because now that I'm at my prime age, I'm actually being
Okay.
careful again, because I use everyone that comes around me as practical. Like, I use
All
people that
right.
are around me to practice. Yes. So I'm
Okay.
like, when I'm doing like this, how will I be able to behave with my children? How will I be able to behave? Like, I ask myself those
All
questions.
right, blessing. Let's take the answers. Thank you so much, and thank you for being open to
Yeah.
discuss with us. Right, so many of us have had ugly pasts. Right. One thing I need to let you know is, if that person is for you from God, right, the person will stand by you. Whoever cannot take you and take who you were and accept who you were, that person is not for you. I can categorically say that. Because when I got married, one of the first things my husband would tell you I did was for us to discuss about our past. No hidden thing, no surprises. We call it surprises.
Surprise news.
No surprise news, no hot news, right? And we were open. As by the time I was sure that this is who God wants me to marry, I was sure. I prayed about it. I had the leading in my spirit. I was sure. I had to tell him, see, before we go further into investing our emotions, this is who I am. If you're picking me, are you ready to pick me and everything about me and my family, right? You have to be open. You need to ask the Holy Spirit to give you the grace and the strength to be open and the right timing to be open. Don't invest your emotion into it already before being open. And at the same time, it's not everyone that comes out and asks for your hand in marriage that you start talking about yourself, because there's a time for everything. I think we can talk about this outside this meeting, one-on-one. Blessing, Edina, I know we know each other, right? So we can discuss it. There's the right time for everything, so you will not devalue yourself in front of people who weren't even meant for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand that, right? And when the right person comes, you will have a way. So there's always a way to go about it and a way to discuss that. We can talk about it more outside this place. The second one, before my husband says something,
Right.
I want you to write it down and buy this book, The Spirit Control Temperament, Tim LaHaye. Yeah, Tim LaHaye, The Spirit Control Temperament. It will really help you. Yeah. Do you want to add something to that?
Yeah, just about that second question. I said that she's the kind of person that always shouts. It will not really help you when you are in a relationship or when you have children. I'm sure you wouldn't want to have a family that when mommy is coming back, everybody's running away because mommy will come and shout. Mommy will come and shout. No, you wouldn't want to have that kind of a home. So begin now. Thank God you are here now. So begin now to learn not to shout.
Yeah.
Learn to communicate what they may annoy you. If you're very angry, too angry to talk right then, breathe in. Take a deep breath. Calm down. And at a convenient time, call them and then talk about it. I did not like this thing that happened because of this. You can lay it out without being so loud, so shouting. Otherwise, you will be seen as a toxic person. They may not say before you, but they say, do the shout.
Yeah, we all have those flaws.
Yeah.
We just walk through them. We read books.
Yeah.
We have them. Nobody is perfect. Even right now, we are not perfect.
Yep.
Right? While preparing for this thing, we still had one or two arguments, and we sort it out, and we move on. right? That is life. You sort it out. You don't have to shout, and you move on. Nobody's perfect at all. We just forgive and support and walk away.
Right. Thank you very
So
much.
I
Any other
think our
question? I think
time has
so.
really fast spent.
Okay, our
Okay,
time
the
is really.
questions are so much, but the time is
Someone said,
fast
I've
spent.
never seen you people angry before. Do you get angry at all?
Yes,
No,
we do.
No, we are angels. We're angels. We don't get angry.
We do, but we don't have to wear it around, and we don't have to insult or disrespect each other when we do, right?
So long as you have two people,
Yeah.
you will not always agree on everything. If you always agree on anything, then one person is unnecessary.
Exactly. Then something is wrong.
Yeah. So you need to be able to know how to manage your differences without disrespecting each other, without shouting, without washing your dirty linen everywhere. No. Yeah. Yeah, we do disagree. We do get angry. We do get pissed off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I think we have a lot of questions. So one of the things we will do, we are going to gather these questions, and we will remember we will have some free webinars coming up, and we will discuss these questions. There will be one that will just come for question and answers, right? Because of time, we need to respect people's time, and we're already out of our time contract, and we still have something, just one thing to pick up and do. All right, so if you don't mind, let's gather some of these questions and we focus on them in the next webinar, just the questions and the answers before we dive into what we have to do. Is that okay? So we won't brush over them. Is that okay with everyone? Give me a thumbs up if we can do that. So yeah, that's what we have to do.
Let's have a response. Are we okay with that? Beautiful.
Okay,
beautiful,
thank you
beautiful.
so much.
Because we are running out of time. We wouldn't want to keep you
We've
much
actually out of
longer.
time contracts.
Yeah, there are some beautiful comments in the comment section.
A lot.
A successful marriage is not the union of two perfect people,
Oh,
but
yes.
two
Thank you,
imperfect
Ibrahim.
people who choose every day to love, forgive, support, and grow together. Alaji, thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Thank
That's
you,
the truth.
Ibrahim.
Nobody's perfect, but we keep learning, we keep growing.
Yeah.
All right.
So the launch.
So we go over to the next moderator. Go ahead.
So we can have a wrap.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much, and thank you, Mr. Pastor and Mrs. Dan. That was a beautiful session. But now I want to hand over to Pastor Dan. There is something you want to tell us, and you've not told us yet. All right. So you're going to go through this. So I leave it for you. But before I do that, please, are we here?
Yes, we are. We can hear you.
Okay. Because I know after now you will wrap up, and there's something we want to see. I don't know. Can my pastor just look at the wife and smile? Just look at her and smile for 1 minute.
Oh, look at me and smile. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
That one is over syllabus.
All right. Thank you very much. So there is that thing you want to tell us. Tell us now. Over to
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for still staying along till now. I know we've gone beyond our time contract, but we'll wrap it up very, very soon. Right. So we have seen a lot of couples get into marriage, and then within a short time, they get out of marriage.
Yeah.
We've seen some that got into marriage and they have not gotten out, but when they are watching their wedding video, they wish they will watch in reverse. You know, instead of marching to the altar, they wish they can be coming back from the altar.
Oh, no.
You know? Why? Because they are not happy where they are, because they are not comfortable, because they took a lot of time preparing for the wedding rather than preparing for the marriage. And I keep on telling people, don't invest too much time in the wedding than the time you invest in the marriage. You will not go into an airplane to fly with your toddler being the pilot. Why? Because the toddler has not been trained. He's not prepared. Even if it's your plane, he or she cannot fly. So why would you go on a flight, a lifelong flight, without adequate preparation? Why would you go into marriage unprepared? Marriage is not blissful marriage is not inherited. cannot lay hand on you. So go and have a peaceful home. That will help. That will create the atmosphere. That will create the enablers. But you have work to do as well.
Yeah.
And we've seen so many couples, missing it. And when we saw this, we decided to create this forum for couples, for intending couples, for singles, to have an avenue where they can learn, where they can share knowledge, where they can be mentored, where they can, have an avenue to be trained on how to handle the issues of marriage. That's why we come up with what we call the Bliss Marriage Academy.
Yeah.
And that's the academy that we're gonna put in motion after this wedding.
Yeah.
And we trust God that through the Bliss Marriage Academy, that life shall be impacted.
Yeah.
Life shall be equipped. We will be equipped with the basic information, the basic tools that we need, the basic skills we need to navigate the marital course in a way that will ensure that we have a peaceful home.
Yeah.
And dearly beloved, tonight is the beginning of that forum, that learning platform, the beginning of the Bliss Marriage
Academy.
And by the grace of God, the Academy shall provide webinars like this, shall provide webinars like this, shall provide, we will start with content, educational content. We will, as much as we can, be providing webinars like this or sharing write-ups, sharing, handling vital issues of the married life, skills that we can develop either before we enter into marriage or skills that we can improve while inside of marriage. We are not doing this because we are perfect. We are not doing this because we know it all. But we believe that we can learn from the experiences of others, coupled with our experience, and help others who are coming up behind us to ensure they start on a higher pedestal, higher than where we started, irrespective of where we started. That's the essence of having the Bliss Marriage Academy.
Yeah.
The Academy shall provide a safe zone. If you need someone to talk to, if you need someone to listen to you, if you need someone to have godly counsel, the Academy shall provide an avenue that shall make that possible.
Yeah.
That shall make that possible for everyone to have that safe zone, to be listened to be counseled, to be prayed with, to be guided, to be fortified, to ensure we grow together, we have a blissful marriage wherever we are. That's the essence why we have the Bliss Marriage Academy. I don't know if you have one or two to add to that.
Yeah, and so because of that, we are going to create a community, right, with your permission, with your numbers and all that. We're going to have a WhatsApp community.
We have a WhatsApp link. Can we drop the WhatsApp link?
I think the link should be on the chat room.
In the chat room.
Admin, is the link there on the chat room?
Please drop the community
link. So it's going to drop the community link. So when you click on that link, it takes you to you feel whatever is there, takes you to the WhatsApp group. So when we share materials, when we are having webinars, it's going to be easy to send you materials, to send you things, right? And also even your email addresses in case we have maybe stuff to drop on your emails. And we have a website. We will drop the link to the website where you will see all the details of the Bliss Marriage Academy, what we offer. And at a time going forward, in some months to come, we will have some subscribed services that we can offer, where people are going to subscribe to get certain levels of services, counselings and stuff like that. But for now, a lot will be going on in a lot will be going on the WhatsApp platform and under the webinar sections and lessons shared and materials shared. So that's all about the Bliss Marriage Academy. And when we open this up, as we are opening up, we will be available and reachable on calls, on WhatsApp, to attend to people that are interested to call.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you did not register, I know many of us registered, so we have your email addresses. If you did not register, please, you can drop your email address here. That way we will be able to notify you when we will have the next free seminar like this for us to come and learn. That one we will really take a particular subject and then talk about it, share ideas about it, and learn about that as well.
Yep.
So please drop your email address on the comment section, on the chat section, if you did not register. But if you already registered, that means you already have your email address here with us and you don't need to do that again.